All right, here we are, guys. Welcome to the case study. I'll probably have already recorded like an intro video to this or something like that, but I'm just gonna do my audio throughout rather than using a camera, just because it's gonna make it a lot more practical for me to record this, just so I can still give you guys really high quality content without having my face in it every single time, right? So just to catch you guys up, I literally just made this. I just made an email just so I could sign up for a Shopify trial. I just called it weareblessedfaith@gmail.com. And the reason is, let me exit out of this, is because I was just kind of looking around and I was like, okay, well, how do I want to do this? I kind of want to go against the grain and go against the typical, video ad for problem solving trendy gadget products. And so I wanted to just do something even more difficult, right? And so I found this product, and I just think it's kind of cute and quirky. I've got it right here. Be the Light. I don't know. It really speaks to a specific audience, and in my opinion, it's kind of younger girls who are really into faith and the Lord Jesus Christ and things like that. I'm not particularly religious myself, but there's definitely a niche for this. This is a super cute picture, and that's what really stood out to me. If this was the only picture on there, I would be like, nah. But this picture kind of really sells the product. And anyways, it's got like 24 orders, and it's the data doesn't look too good. It's $14, but I want to make it difficult on myself. And so I'm gonna do a store around kind of faith and selling. This is gonna be my main product. Of course, I'm gonna go through testing the entire process. I haven't created the store. I'm gonna sign up right now. But I also just picked out a few other products. And of course, if you guys aren't very religious, then you won't really understand these. But I just picked out a handful of other products that are very similar with the same picture style, just so if people look at the rest of my website, it'll look branded, right? And how I found these, by the way, is I just came to this one and I scrolled to the very bottom down here, and I went from other sellers to this little section. And I was just like, okay, like there's more products here. And I just kind of went back and forth and opened these up. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to add these to my store. So no big deal. But anyways, so I'm just going to jump into creating the store. I don't know how much I'm going to record or keep of this, just because a lot of it's going to be unimportant, just because the most important part realistically is basically like ad copy, product description, but mostly the ads, like scaling the ads, because I know that's where most of you guys are kind of going wrong, and that's where you need the most help at. So that's what this is mainly focused on. So yeah, I'm just going to keep this recorder on while I create the store, just everything. I may do like a speed run through, or a time lapse, however you call it. But overall, yeah, I'm just going to focus on doing the ads for you guys, but I'm still going to record every part of the process just so I'll have it for later in case you guys want it or anything like that. So yeah, let's just dive in. Let me go figure out what I made the email. I already forgot, and then I'll type that in. All right, so here we are. We typed in everything. I figured out the email was We Are Blessed Faith. I had already forgotten, but I just typed in the store name as well, Blessed Faith. I'm surprised that actually is available. So hopefully we can find like a domain of that. That would work really well. But anyways, create store. Okay, just playing around. This store is we're just getting started. Let's see. Nope. Okay. I'm just gonna skip this. I don't know I can skip that. So I'm going to enter in my address here. So then I'm gonna skip to the next slide. So BRB. Okay, here we are. And so yeah, I guess we'll just dive right in. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna jump to the apps and start downloading the essential apps that I mentioned in my previous videos. So Oberlo, of course, is essential. So let's get that one. Okay, so these are the apps that I'm going to start with. Oberlo, Luke's Reviews, and then Coin. You really don't need any other crazy apps, especially in the beginning. Of course, if I figure out that I need or remember an app, I'll get it. But yeah, for now, this is all we're going to start with. So let's move on to something else. Let's go to the settings really quickly. I'm going to set up a few things here. Okay, I'm going to click checkout right here. Let's see. Okay, accounts are disabled. Yes. Customers can only check out using email. They can choose to add for shipping updates, last name only, company name hidden, address optional, shipping address hidden. Yes, okay. Do not automatically, yep. And everything there is good, so click save. Okay, back to settings, and then one thing I'm going to do is click legal down here. This is going to be for later on when we create pages. But you just want to auto-generate the create from template legal pages. So just click create from template. Yep, perfect. And then shipping, yep, and just click save. And then of course I'll show you guys how we even use these later on, so don't worry about that. Okay, next is shipping. Let's do shipping really quickly. Then here we're gonna want to edit both of these. So let's click edit on domestic, and then we will delete the calculated rate. And what we want to do is just add a price-based rate. And of course we'll do just free standard shipping. Whoop. and then free shipping rate right here. Perfect, done. And then check this out. Here's another thing that I really love doing. It always increases your average order value for probably about 20% of your orders. Is what I'll do is I'll add a rate and I'll call it, I've already copied it here, but I'll actually let me just do this really quickly. And then I'll show you guys exactly what it is. $199. Okay, so I have two shipping options. One is free, of course, free standard shipping, and it's a lot of people will take this. It's $2, but priority insured shipping. Get peace of mind with your order. Insured shipping provides shipping insurance for the full retail value of your purchase if the shipment is lost, damaged, or stolen. So that's basically saying that they're going to get e-packet. But either way, I give people e-packet. So probably about 20 to 30% of your customers will take this, which is an extra $2 profit per order. So love doing that. I'm also going to do this for worldwide. So just click save and we're done. Of course, I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of the world. I'm going to delete these rates and then do these two options here. So I'm going to do that and then I'll see you guys in another setting. All right, so I just set up 3 basic pages here because it's really all we need is an About Us page, a contact page, and a shipping page. And so, of course, earlier we did the legal pages and settings. And so just to recap on that, how you do that, if you didn't do it earlier, is go to settings and, of course, go to legal over here where it says manage your store's legal pages. And then here you create from template for each one of these, the privacy policy, refund policy, and terms of service. And so now we're going to put these on our website just to make it look professional and clean. So let's go to online store here and then navigation. And then, of course, our main menu here, we'll just select that one first. And, of course, we want the home, we want catalog, but what I'll put here instead of catalog is shop, just because I like that a lot better. And then we'll add another menu here, and we will add, where is it at? We'll add the contact one. And then, of course, in the pages, we'll select our contact page that we made, and I'm going to make this lowercase. I'm going to add another menu item, and here I'm going to put the shipping page. Perfect. And then the last one up here at the top of the header, the home page, is going to be, let's see, About Us. Perfect. And then add that right there. Very straightforward and simple. And of course, I'm going to show you what my pages have on them whenever I have them on the website, just so you guys can see how I did it. And I didn't see it as relevant to walk you through while I was typing it out, just kind of a waste of time. So I'm just going to let you guys see it whenever I upload it. But anyways, this is what you want for your home menu items: is home, shop, about, contact, and shipping info. So now we're going to go to our footer menu right here, which is actually going to be at the bottom of the website. We're going to leave search right there. And another thing we're going to add is, of course, the contact page. I'm going to go to pages right here, do contact, boom. And then I'm also going to add the shipping there, just in case, someone doesn't see it at the top and they want it, want to go scroll to the bottom and they see it there instead. I'm also going to add the same pages that I have. I'm basically going to add all of the pages at the bottom that I have at the top, just so people have multiple different areas that they can find these things, like About Us, the Contact Us, shipping info. And then here at the bottom, you also want to do the legal pages. It's not going to be under pages here because we generated it in our settings. You actually just go scroll to the very bottom where it says policies, and then you just select them. So privacy policy, refund policy, and terms of service. Of course, I'm going to add each one of them really quickly. Might as well just show you guys how to do it. Going pretty fast because it's how I do things, you already know. So privacy, refund, and then terms of service, and add. Perfect. And so these are all the menu items for the footer. So search, about, contact, shipping info, privacy policy, refund policy, and terms of service, save. And so now I'm going to go to online store here and then go to customize just to make sure it's set up correctly. So let's click customize. And so let's do this drag down here, home, shop. Yeah, okay, so this is exactly how we want it up here at the top. Home, shop, about, contact, and shipping. And then down here at the footer, it should already be set up. Yeah, all these quick links is search, about, contact, shipping info, of course, yeah, whatever, you already know. So yeah, that's how we set it up. And so really quickly, I'm going to go actually show you my pages, and I might as well show you the store live right here. So here it is at the top right here, home, shop, about, contact, shipping. And so I'm just going to show you the shop one. You already know what that is, the about page. So I basically just kind of put some emotional stuff in here. I just kind of came up with it on the fly. You can actually generate a contact page. It's very simple, very straightforward. But of course here I just said, for any questions regarding our products, blah, 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 just email us down here, and very straightforward. Then shipping info here is, I basically just put standard international shipping is 8 to 20 business days. Really nothing else, too important here, aside from basically it's going to take a minute to get your product. Just so when a customer is kind of skeptical, they may want to contact you first, but just having the shipping info page here, of course they're going to want to email you and be like, hey, where's my product, blah, blah, blah. But having the shipping info page here, they may be able to click through here, and it may relieve their stress and be like, oh, okay, I don't have it in 2 days because it's not Amazon Prime, it's, Blessed Faith, and it's going to take 8 to 20 days. So I'm just going to wait I trust these guys. I'm not going to contact them. So basically, having this page is going to save you a huge headache, and it's going to save you from having a lot of emails. Of course, you're going to hire that out in the future, but anyways, it's going to save your VA or you from having a lot of emails. But anyways, these are the pages that we have at the top here. And of course, we have them replicated down here at the bottom. Then the privacy policy, terms of service, refund policy. Of course, those are auto-generated, but those are our pages. So that's all for this one. Okay, so now I do want to buy a domain name. I want to see if Blessed Faith is available. So I'm just going to go online store and domains and then buy a new domain. Let's see what's up. Hopefully it's available. That'd be sick. blessedfaith.com. Please, please, please. No. Now I'm just going to do blessedfaith.shop. I think that's pretty solid. So blessedfaith.shop. Bro, that's $33. Oh, well. So blessedfaith.shop, buy domain. Yes, sir. And the reason you want to buy a domain early on is just because you know like what your URL is going to be, what your logo is going to be, like how you're going to kind of position your store. So that's why I did it just now, because the next thing I'm going to do is actually go get a logo. And basically how I find mine is you guys have probably already watched the video for this. You know, if I don't create my own or pay for one, an easy way to have one is just go to Google and search up whatever your name is, free. So here I did Faith logo. Oh yeah, Faith logo free. Just so that way, any of these that you use are free use. So basically you won't get in trouble for using any of them. And basically I'm just looking for something that's, you know, cute, sleek, clean, however, just something that I could picture on a website. That one's pretty solid, but I don't really like the color of that. I don't know. Let's keep looking. And a lot of times you'll have trouble finding one, so you like want to try in different keywords. So like Christian logo free. Oh, it's the second time I've seen this one. It's still kind of a low quality image, but let's see. Let's just look through here. And I'm basically just looking for anything that really piques my interest that I could see on a website to look really sleek and clean. Yeah, honestly, I'm not really finding anything, so I'm just not even going to trip about it. I'm just going to use this one. I mean, it's kind of low quality, but we'll see how it looks on the site after we throw it in there. But we'll just download that and we'll see what happens later on. So let's go to an online store really quickly and then edit the theme. And I'm just going to use the debut theme just to show you guys that it can work. So I'm just going to customize now. And of course, I'll get into all of this of the page creation and, you know, the store creation and all of that later on. If I even decide to record it, you know, the biggest thing I'm going to focus on here is showing you guys how to make a product work on Facebook ads, how to manage, how to scale, and etc. But I'll probably end up recording this regardless. So I'm just going to, you know, go to header up here really quickly and select the logo we just downloaded. Okay, throw in this bad boy in there. Let's see. Well, I actually kind of like that. Let's make it a little bit smaller though. I'm actually going to optimize it for mobile. Let's see. How does it look about like that? Ooh, yeah, I'm going to leave it. Oh, 65. Let's do 65. Yeah, that's perfect. I like that. It's super cute. Anyways, in the next one, I'm going to show you guys how to set up the pages, how I'm going to set up the store, importing products, and all of that. So yeah, this one was just for the domain and the logo. But anyways, see you in the next module, BRB. All right, and actually I remember the last thing we need to do before we start running ads is actually add the Facebook pixel so everything is tracked, right? And so like I said, this is a brand new ad account. I've named it number 5 because this is like 5 out of the 7 or however many still that I've got. But this is ad account 5. If we look at the lifetime, there's nothing here. Let's make sure to click this one more time. Lifetime update. Nothing here. And no, I didn't just delete all this stuff because as you can see up here in ad account number 5, there are no data sources because I haven't had any data running through this. I haven't had a pixel. I haven't used this ad account. Everything is brand new. The page, the product, the pixel, the ad account, everything. So like I said, I want to show you guys that it is possible to be successful right away without data, without followers, without anything. So anyways, let's create our data source, aka the pixel. And so yeah, I'm just going to name it number 5's pixel, or I could just not name it. Let's name it, what is it? Faith pixel. Ooh, Faith pixel. And I'm just going to throw the website URL in here. So blessedfaith.shop and create. And of course, it'll walk us through this. You've created your pixel. Now make it work by installing some code, but we don't want to do that. So we're actually just going to grab the pixel ID and connect to a partner platform. And we're going to click Shopify. Boom. And we'll scroll down and hit continue. And then where's our ID? So this is the ID right here. And so now I'm going to go throw this into my store. And of course, how you do this, you go to online settings and preferences and then enter it right down here, paste it right there and save it. So now I'm going to copy the website URL one more time and go back to the ads manager where we're creating the pixel and enter in the URL right here and run test traffic just so Facebook knows whether or not the pixel is running properly or not. Perfect, just loaded up, says it's active, last received in the last hour. So now we're going to hit continue and the pixel is set up. So the pixel is ready, the page is ready, the product is ready, everything's ready. So now let's jump into the ads. So on this one, I'm just going to import all the products on here. I've selected 3 or 4 other products aside from the flagship one, the one that we're actually going to market. And it's really just a matter of filling the store to make it look more like a brand, because yeah, it's a one product store just because we're focusing on this one product, but we're just going to add a few more similar products in there just so over time it will increase our average order value and make us look more professional. So as you see here, I've just got a few in here, and of course I'm just going to click the overload button down here and import them all. Okay, so now I just clicked import on all of them right down here. So now I'm just going to open up the import list, and then I'm not even going to focus too much on the descriptions right now. I'm going to do that later on. I'm just going to change up the titles, select the specific variants for each one, make sure I've got good images for all of them, and then other than that, I'm going to import them and then work on building the store for you guys. So let's do this really quickly. Okay, I don't focus too much on worrying about what the names are. So this one, I'm just going to straight up name exactly what it is here. It's Be the Light. So I'm just going to say Be the Light Sweater. I'm going to go over the description part right here, and then you never want to have your AliExpress description in here, so you just want to select all that and delete it. And I just import straight from here after I do the variants and images, because I do my descriptions in Shopify, so don't worry about doing your description here. So let's just jump over the variants and finesse this. And I typically don't mess around with the suggested price off of Oberlo, just because I like to test products at my own pace, at my own price. So first things first, I will do a compared at price, and this is going to be the only product I have on sale considering we're marketing it. And so that's a good little sales tactic there. If you're marketing one product, you don't want any of your other products to be on sale, because then if other people see that all of your products are on sale, then they'll think that, oh, this isn't legit, like this isn't a real brand. But if they see that this one product is on sale and the rest are full price, then they're going to trust the sale a lot more, and it's going to make the buy a lot more impulsive, which is exactly what you want. So I'm going to change all the compared at prices here to, like, I don't know, this is a sweater, so I wouldn't put too much thought into this. And so it's really just a matter of common sense. So let's say $50 here. So that's our before price, and this product cost us like $13.99 with ePacket, like total. So we want to stay at least a $10 profit margin. So let's just test it at $24.95. And of course, later on, I'll show you guys how I test my products at a low price just like that. And then if it works, I'll start buying cheap data. And then with lookalike audiences, as I start moving into that, I'll start scaling with lookalikes as well as increasing the price on the product to make more profit. So anyways, I'm going to change the sale price to $24.95, and that'll give us a $10 profit margin per sale. And then you always want to make sure to check this so the product price will not auto update, because Oberlo will mess you up by doing that. So make sure to have that checked right there. Of course, I'm just going to leave all the variants here just because they do all have pictures. And so let's go over to the images and make sure that we don't have any duplicates selected, and to make sure that we do have the highest quality ones here. And then, so yeah, all these look pretty solid. These I'm not going to do. I just want one of each color. And then the size chart here, I'll put that in my description. I'm not going to put that in the images just because it looks tacky. So yeah, that's it. I mean, we got the product name. We've got it in the homepage collection. No description because we're going to do that in Shopify. We prevent this from auto updating. We set the prices straight. And of course, we got images selected. So let's import straight to store. And so now I've got like 4 or 5 other products in here. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Basically delete the description, rename the product, put it in the collection, select the right images, and go from there. So I'm going to catch up with you guys as soon as I do that. Okay, so I got all 3, there's 5 of them here. I got all 5 of these imported. And like I said, I'm going to just edit the product in Shopify. I'm going to do the descriptions later. I'll probably just do it myself and then walk you guys through why I laid it out the way I did rather than, brainstorming on mic. So all of these t-shirts, I priced them $30 just even. They cost like $7 or $8 in AliExpress, but I just priced them $30. And of course, the sweater I did was $50 on sale for $24.95. So yeah, I'm not too worried about these t-shirts. I'm going to just put a basic description. Like I said, I'm going to show you guys that later. But for now, let's get into editing the rest of the store and adding the pages. Okay, so really quickly, I'm just going to go over the home page here. I like to keep mine really basic just because I focus on mainly the product descriptions themselves, considering that's what you're marketing and you send people directly to the product page. So I don't focus too much on the home page or collections or anything crazy like that. So I'm just going to do a quick time lapse. Probably won't be very long because I don't put too much work into my home pages and whatnot. But I'm just going to do a quick time lapse. I'm not going to talk you guys through what I'm doing, but you'll be able to see it. So let's do it. Okay, so I just overall finished the layout of it. So this is the home page right here. Just add a little image up here. Of course, I'm just going to look at the mobile view because that's what I focus on the most. What's mobile view? Where are we at? Okay, so here's the mobile view. Of course, it's very simple, very straightforward. And so you guys are going to see that it does work. And of course, I haven't set up the pages yet, but once I set up the pages, you guys are going to see that in the next section of me setting up the pages, me putting them on the store, things like that. But we finessed these colors. We made this look good. And then we put the logos in here. I put the logos in the checkout. Of course, let's select this one right here. Of course, I changed the buttons here to this color just so it looks overall professional and sleek, right? And so that's a big part of the branding aspect, is not only one, having a good logo, making it look good and professional, but also your color scheme. It's less about your theme. As you guys know, this is the debut theme. All of you guys have access to this. I've mentioned previously that I've tested many paid themes. I've tested Venue, Booster, Turbo, Empire, so many. But this is a free theme, but what makes it branded, like I said, is not the theme, but more about the color scheme and the vibe of your store. So anyways, that's all for this one. Of course, you guys are going to see me set up the pages, and then we're going to get to launching products and doing the descriptions here next. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. So this right here is the main product that we're going to be marketing, and I went ahead and made the product description just without recording it, just because it's kind of pointless to walk you through exactly me typing it out. So it's just a lot better for me to go over it after I've done it. So anyways, just check this out. I said, wear the sweater with pride, knowing that a percentage of your purchase goes towards spreading the word of God. Part will go to building new churches, and part will go to sending missionaries around the world. So this is what I always talk about. You either need an emotional benefit or a practical benefit. So a practical benefit is something that might correct your posture or make your teeth whiter, but an emotional benefit is a product like this, because it's emotional, because it gives a percentage, right? And so whenever someone buys, they know that it's going to be impacting the world. That's emotional. So it's not necessarily a winning product per se, it's winning marketing. And that's what I'm big on, is marketing over product every day, right? So it's very simple. After that, I just say, our Be the Light sweater is not only adorable, but extremely soft too. Its bold message will be sure to turn heads. You'll feel the love just by spreading the message. Of course, I have, if you're not in love with your purchase, just let us know within 30 days. You'll receive a stress-free refund. I always have a guarantee like this. And of course, a product like this, you have to have a sizing chart. Another thing you'll notice is that there's no trust badges, there's no scarcity timers or anything like that. I don't like using those anymore, because mostly beginner dropshippers use those. And so you have to differentiate yourself from the beginners, right? And so that's why you guys are in this course, that's why you're in this case study. And so another little hack right here is the fact that I write my own reviews. Not many people have talked about this, but I'm big on this, because you can make this very, very compelling. And so I couldn't find images for this product because it has literally 10 orders or 20 orders on AliExpress. So not many picture reviews. But whenever I have a product and it has picture reviews on AliExpress, what I'll do is I'll download those pictures to my computer, and then I will upload them myself by clicking write a review right here. Of course, I'll love it. And then I'll upload the photo right here and write a compelling review, right? So it's just a super hack, just so it makes it look really, really good and adds a lot of social proof. But anyways, this is the main product. And so I'm going to show you guys the rest of the products and how I did the product descriptions there. So these other 4 products all have the same product description. I just made it a kind of condensed version of our main product. And so this one, I just said, wear this tee with pride, knowing that a percentage, blah, blah, blah. This is exactly what we have in the other one. And then a size chart, and then a guarantee, of course. And I don't write reviews on the products that I'm not marketing. I just make sure to have a basic product description here, so that if anyone goes around to the shop or the homepage and they want to buy other products, then there's actually something here. It's not just blank. You don't have to write reviews, but this is all I have for all of my other products on here. So simple and clean, and that's it. And one thing I'm actually about to add is an app called, what is it? Customers Also Bought, something like that. But it's basically like product recommendations. And so since it's a niche store, type of one product store, I'm actually going to have recommended t-shirts down here, because that's actually going to really increase your average order value. So if you're doing something like this where you have multiple similar products on your store, definitely recommend the products. I don't use an app like that on a general store just because it throws people off. When they're coming to buy a cat litter mat and they see an I love you necklace and then some trendy tech product, they're like, what the heck is going on here? Then you can't really trust the store, right? Which is exactly why I'm big on one product store / niche stores these days, because the logo, the domain, the product are all congruent, so it's more branded and people will trust it even more. Moral of the story, these are the product descriptions. So I made it basic on all the products that we're not marketing and made it a little more in-depth on the product that we are marketing. So that's that, guys. Hope you got something out of this. I will see you in the next module. All right, so we set up the store and we set up the product descriptions. Basically, everything is ready to go. And all we have to do now is basically run ads. But before we do that, we actually need to create a Facebook page. So I'm going to walk you guys through doing that. So what you need to do is actually, let's see, community, business. Let's do get started on brand right here. So get started. And then I'm going to name my page just like my, my URL. So it's Blessed Faith. Perfect. And then right here, I'm going to just do brand, and we'll do clothing brand. Why not? That's even more specific. So I'm just going to hit continue here. Of course, it's going to ask for a profile picture, and you just want to put the same logo that's on your store so it's very congruent. So I'm just going to hit upload a profile picture really quickly. Then upload that logo, and now it's going to want to ask for a cover photo, which you can just use anything. So how I found mine is I just went to Google and I searched up like Christian, let's see, how do we want to do this? Christian Facebook cover. Sure. Then go to Google Images and let's see what's up. So scroll down and I found this one. Yeah, it does have like a gods411.org URL down here, but not too worried about that. So I'm just going to save this and put that as my cover photo. So perfect. We got this set up just called Blessed Faith. You know, Jesus is enough here as the cover photo, and the same logo that we have on our store right here is our profile photo. So I'm not going to run any page like campaigns or PPE campaigns or anything like that to gain social proof. I want you guys to see that with a brand new pixel, a brand new ad account, a brand new Facebook page, a brand new product, everything, you could start making money day one. So basically all we have to do now is jump into the ad account, make a page post, and then start running ads. So that's what we're going to do in the next video. So this one was just all about creating a Facebook page. Very simple, very straightforward. So definitely do that, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, like I say, I'll always create one campaign for each product and then 10 ad sets to test with. Of course, I'm going to test a little more aggressively because we do have a goal of 10K a day within 10 days. And then the ads, of course, we're going to get into that. So first things first, I'm going to hit create right here and begin. Like I always say, I start with website conversion purchase, none of this BS up here. We don't need engagement, we don't need anything like this. So website conversion purchase, and of course I'm gonna name the campaign what the product is. So I'm gonna do Be the Light, oh my gosh, my capture's on. Be the Light Sweater. And then what I'm gonna put right here is my break-even ROAS so that I know what it is always without having to keep it in my mind. And so how you calculate the break-even ROAS is, let's pull up a calculator right here. So first, how you calculate your break-even ROAS is you have to get your profit margin. And so you do that by taking the price that you're selling it for, which is 30 in this case, and subtract how much it costs on AliExpress. And it costs like $13.99. So we'll do 30 minus 14. So 30 minus 14, and of course we all know the answer to that, but just to show you guys, it's 16. And now how you get the break-even ROAS is you divide this by how much you're selling it for. So break-even ROAS is 30, how much you're selling it for, divided by your profit margin. So our break-even ROAS is 1.8. So I would say 1.9 just to keep that in our minds. So 1.9. And so I see here that I have to set up ad account and like put in my details and whatnot. So I'm just gonna, do that right there, hit continue. So yeah, I clearly haven't used this ad account before. Of course, the ad set name, we're gonna do the interest. We're gonna put the interest right there that we have in the ad set, but I'm not gonna have any interest or anything right now. I'm not focused on doing that. I'm just focused on making one ad set so that we can create the ads and then start creating all of the interest. So of course, website conversion purchase, as you can see, brand new pixel. So where's purchase? I think I passed it. Purchase, voila. Yes, it's red. Yeah, Facebook is tripping, saying, you're not going to get results, blah, blah, blah. But you don't want to pay attention to that. Pay attention to the king because he kind of knows the stuff. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about any of this right here. Of course, this is where we do the interest. I will just do a basic run through. I'm not going to expand interest. You never want to have that. This is a women's hoodie, so I'm going to make sure to do that. Of course, you always want to put English in the languages just because you don't want people who actually don't speak English that we're marketing in. And like I mentioned on my YouTube channel, I've always targeted worldwide, but one thing I'm doing going into 2019 and further is I'm actually doing e-packet countries only just because it's going to be much faster and they're actually a lot higher quality of traffic, like higher quality buyers, right? So how you find that list is just go to Google and search in e-packet countries. So here we are, we're going to go to the first link, updated 2019, and then we scrolled all the way down here, and then here is the list of countries. So we're going to copy this list right here, just Control C to copy, and then we're going to go paste it right here. So add locations in bulk, countries, and paste. And I'm going to scroll through here and just delete any ones that I don't want. So I'm going to delete those stars right there. UK, Ukraine. Let's see. I'm going to delete Singapore, Poland, New Zealand, Mexico. You do not have Mexico in there. It'll run up your traffic, or Malaysia. It'll run up your traffic, and it's going to look promising, but they do not buy. I promise you they don't. It's freaking annoying. So delete those stars right there. Austria, Belgium, Canada, Denmark. Yeah, the rest of these we're going to leave, so just match locations. So now we're going to add 32 locations, and voila, we've got the 32 countries in here, which are the e-packet countries, and everything else is solid. We're going to get to the interest later, but women only, English all, 18 to 65, e-packet countries, and let's keep going. Here, as always, you don't want automatic placements. You always want edit placements, and always deselect desktop. Anytime I've had desktop on there by accident, I found that I get a lot more traffic from desktop, but lower conversion rates, like massively. Of course, always do Facebook feed and Instagram feed only, and let's keep going. Of course, optimization is conversions, and then daily budget, no Cortana. And daily budget, we're just going to do, let's actually do $10 a day because I want to start a little more aggressively, but you guys can start with $5 a day. It works just as good still. And then of course, 7-day click or 1-day view. So that's that right there. I'm going to go over this more in detail whenever we start going into the interest of things and making more ad sets. So for now, let's continue and jump on the ads. So there's two options here, is create ad or use existing post. We don't have an existing post right now, so we're just going to do the create ad part. And of course, you want to make sure to select the right Facebook page, and you also don't need an Instagram account to run off of. So let's scroll down here and jump into it. And of course, for this, we're going to do single image, not a video. And we're going to use the same image that we have right here. So I'm going to right click and save it on my computer. I already did that, so I don't need to do it again. I'm going to jump back in here and then use this image to mark it. So I'm going to click upload images right here and select that one. And of course, it's taking a second to upload, but there we go. So we uploaded the photo right here. And one thing I want to mention is that it's kind of low quality, but I promise you it's just the Ads Manager side of things. It'll trip you out, so don't worry about that. When you publish it, it will be high quality, so don't worry. And like I mentioned, it's not necessarily the sweater that's going to sell it. It's more about the ad copy, more about the angle. And that's just so important, is the angle that you're marketing. And so this one, since we're having a faith store, we're going to have some sort of faith type marketing and speak to the emotions of Christians. So I actually came down with 2 ad copies that I want to show you guys. And I wanted to test multiple different ad copies because we really don't know what's going to work. And so I'm going to put multiple ads within our ad sets just to let Facebook favor the ad that's working best. And I guess we'll see what happens. And the same thing works with videos. You have to test multiple thumbnails because you don't know what's going to work better. And I've seen so many times that testing different ad copies or different thumbnails literally makes or breaks your product. And so you'll be surprised to see that, in the future of this case study and even in your own ad account, that you're going to see one perform much better than the other. And it's just kind of crazy to think, wow, did I not test this first sentence or this thumbnail? This wouldn't have been a winning product for me. So anyways, guys, I'm going to show you the ad copy. So let's do that. So the only thing I changed in both of these are the hooks, and I have those bolded just so they would really stand out. But the whole paragraph down here is exactly the same. So I'm not going to read the whole thing here, but I will read the first line. So the first one is, faith is just as important as the air we breathe, and that's what we're here to spread. So that's hooking people. They're like, wait, what is this? What is this brand? And so it's going to strike curiosity in them to keep reading further. And that's super important. That's what you always want to do in the first line of your ad copy, is inspire them, or inspire curiosity, I should say. And so the other one over here, we used fact-based marketing. And so we said more than 47,000 people commit suicide every year without knowing our Lord and Savior. So we decided to do something about it, right? And so both of these are really kind of emotional. Any Christian that reads this is gonna kind of feel connected to it. They're gonna relate to it. They're gonna understand, right? And by the way, I do say here that a percentage of your purchase will go towards spreading the word of God. And I also say that in the product description. And you don't just want to say that. That's very manipulative and that's not okay. You actually have to give a percentage. But another thing is congruency. I mentioned it here. I didn't say what, but I also inspired curiosity. So a percentage of your purchase will go towards spreading the word of God. And then in the product description, I go into detail about how. So anyways, just to read through one of these, of course, we want to hook people. And then not only is the sweater soft and cozy, but a percentage of your purchase will go towards spreading the word of God around the globe. We're offering free shipping all day today for our anniversary sale. And if you can't afford our product, a simple share, tag, or friendly comment will go a long way. Thanks so much for your support. Much love. And one thing I want to mention here is I said, a simple share, tag, or friendly comment will go a long way. I didn't say tag a friend or comment below or anything like that, because if you say it directly, telling someone to do that, Facebook will actually throttle your ads and slow them down. But I slightly hinted here that, hey, if you're not going to buy our product, then just share or tag a friend. And Facebook really doesn't detect this in a negative way, so it actually helps a lot with engagement and virality. You'll also notice that I didn't do any links or anything like that, or get yours here or anything like that, which does work, but it's more for problem-solving products. And this is a more of an emotional appeal type of product, and we're going the more branded route, which is exactly why I didn't do a bunch of emojis as well. But anyways, guys, this is the ad copy. So we're going to do both of these ads within each ad set to see which one is favored, and of course, scale the one that works and kill the one that doesn't. So let's just start with one of these and throw it in the ad. So of course, I'm going to enter it into the text right here. I just copied this one. And okay, this is insane. So it is long ad copy, but seriously, you never know what's going to work. And like I say, it's not the product that's going to really win. It's the emotion within the ad copy. And so this is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to try this out. So let's see what happens. And of course, right here, we want to enter in the website URL. So we're going to go paste the direct link to the product right here. And then of course, your call to action, you don't want to do learn more. You always want to do shop now. And then of course it says be the light sweater down here, wear the sweater with pride, which is actually our product description, but we do want to change that. So I'm going to change the headline right here. I'm going to say something like cute clothes with a cause. And then of course in the newsfeed link description, it's not a complete sentence. It just says wear the sweater with pride knowing, and then it's just cut off, like people don't know what's up. So right here, I'm just going to reiterate the free shipping part. So I'm just going to do free shipping today, or free shipping when you shop today. When you shop today. Perfect. Cute clothes with a cause, free shipping when you shop today. And then shop is right there, so it just works perfectly. So I think this is solid. I mean, it's very emotional. It looks very branded. I think it looks very sleek and aesthetic. So that's that. I'm just going to hit confirm and publish. All right, so here we are with the campaign, and of course here we have the one ad set. We haven't even started with interest yet. We're gonna do that after we manage the ads. And so check this out. We have this one ad here, which is actually the variation of, let's say, the 47,000 one. And so it still says create ad. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate this really quickly, and we're gonna use the second version of the ad copy in the next one. So in this one, all we're gonna change is the ad copy, which comes down to the first hook. So I'm just gonna paste the other one right here. And of course, I'm gonna space this out just to make it look a lot more aesthetic. You know, we don't want an essay. So the only thing that changed here was the first line. So faith is just as important. So that's that one. And we do want to name it up here. So we'll do, oh, whoops, didn't mean hit settings. So we'll do the faith. We'll just say name it faith, and then we'll publish it. And so this one right here, we're going to actually name this one 47,000, just so we know on the ad level, like which ad copy it is. And the reason we name these is so that we know whenever these start getting sales, we know which one is actually working. So we'll know which one to kill and which one to scale. But those are the two ads. And so now we're actually going to duplicate the ad set multiple different times and start doing interests. And so these two ads will be in all of the ad sets. So after 2 or 3 days, we'll know which one is working better. So that's that. I'm going to show you guys how to target the interest and setting those up in the next video. So hope you guys got some value out of this. I know it's pretty long, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, so it's time to get into the interest. So this one, of course, I'm just going to run through it really quickly. We've already set everything else up besides the interest. So here, website conversion purchase as usual. I'm starting with $10 daily budget. You guys can start with 5. It doesn't matter. Of course, e-packet countries here, English all, women only, 18 to 65. We'll leave that broad. Of course, the interests are going to go right there. Facebook feed and Instagram feed only, mobile only, very important right there. Conversions, 7-day click, 1-day view. So everything here is set up. Of course, there are 2 ads within this ad set, as you can see right here. And so let's just go find an interest. I actually don't use audience insights or anything like that. I mainly focus on having a really good product and a really good ad copy, so really good marketing, and then just kind of getting my targeting close to the target, because it's really more important about how you market it rather than who you market it to. But of course, it is important, just not as important as your marketing. Moral of that story is you don't have to overthink targeting. You keep it very simple, very straightforward. And typically I shoot for over 1 million audience size, but this is a more specific niche of people like Christians. And so this, my minimum is like 500,000 audience size. So that's what we're shooting for, is 500,000 or more. So one thing I want to try is straight up just a super broad one. I'm just going to type in God, and let's see, that's, holy cow, that's huge. What does this come down to? 56 million people. Dang. Let's narrow that down just a little bit. Let's narrow it down by like engaged shoppers or something. Okay, that brings it down to 32 million. So we'll try that. But, you know, let's just do that. God narrowed down by engaged shoppers. So we'll name this one God, and that's it. And so we're going to publish that. And so now what I'm going to do, like I say, I always start with 10 ad sets, and we've got this one set up with the ads and the interest and everything. So all we're going to do is duplicate this one 9 times. So we're going to click duplicate right here. And then down here at the bottom, we're going to select 9. So that means we have a total of 10. So we're just going to click duplicate. So now we have 9 of them right here that we need to edit. So we're just going to go one at a time and edit the interest. So of course, we don't want all of them to be this broad. So I'm just going to clear this off right here. And what I pulled up in another tab just to make this quicker is this is how I do with all of my targeting, is I'll just search up Christian bands and Christian apps and Christian websites, Christian clothing, like things like that. And I'll do that for any sort of niche. So if it's beauty, for example, I'll search up makeup brands, beauty brands, and makeup apps, just anything in that niche to really give me an interest and kind of a ballpark field to target. Anyways, just stick with me here. So I'm going to use a little common sense here. You know, I'm not going to target bands like Skillet or Switchfoot just because they don't really look like it's our audience. And if you really think about it, our audience is probably going to be girls between like 20 and 30, like kind of younger Christian religious girls. So yeah, we don't want to target like bands that mostly guys would like, because that wouldn't really make sense. So whenever we're looking for bands or apps or things like that, I'm going to kind of look for things that mostly girls would like, right? And so I do know Casting Crowns. I heard a girl mention that one time. And so sure, let's see if it's even in Facebook. So I'm going to type in Casting Crowns right here. Casting Crowns. Let's see. That one comes down to 1.2 million without engaged shoppers. So yeah, I'm actually just going to leave that. So yeah, Casting Crowns is 1.2 million. Why not? Just so you guys know, I'm not very religious or anything like that. So I know just as much about these bands and these apps and Christianity as you guys probably do. So just keep in mind that I'm not overthinking targeting, and you never want to overthink it. But what you should overthink is your marketing, your ad copy, your product description, and etc. Okay, so we did that one, Casting Crowns. I'm going to go to the next one here. And what I'm actually going to do is, since we did Casting Crowns on the last one, is I'm going to type that in and then kind of find a suggestion off of there. So Casting Crowns, I'm going to click suggestions here. And sure, let's see, third day, I have no I don't know any of these things, so I'm just going to click one. Why not? Mercy me, that comes down to 1.6 million. Yeah, that's perfect. So I'm not going to use engaged shoppers on this. I don't always stick to using engaged shoppers. I will if the audience size is like 20, 30, 40 million, but these are like 1.2, 1.6 million. So these are perfect sizes. So I'm just going to leave it exactly like that. So I'm going to scroll up here and name this Mercy Me. I don't even know what that is. That could be a book or a band or something, but I don't know. It gave us suggested off of Casting Crowns, which is a Christian band, so we'll see. So we're going to go to the next one here that says God, and let's go down here. I'm going to exit off of these, of course, and let's go back to this tab over here. Let's see. And most of these do look like they're fit for dudes, so I'm just going to kind of move on from here. And, I just got an idea. I'm going to do like pastors, so like Christian pastors. That might work. Okay, we have Joel Osteen, Billy Graham, Joyce Meyer. Let's just do Joel Osteen since he's like the #1. So let's see what happens there. Okay, Joel Osteen comes down to 15 million. I think that's solid. What I'm gonna do is actually narrow this down. I'm not gonna do engaged shoppers though. I'm actually gonna do I'm gonna narrow it down by like God. Let's see what happens if we do that. So it'll be like a super targeted Christian. So narrowing it down by God brought it down to 12 million. So only a few million. And so yeah, I'm actually just going to leave it right there. So Joel Osteen narrowed down by God. Joel Osteen, that's what we're naming the ad set. And let's go to the next one. So most of these pastors are dudes. So I'm actually just going to type in Joyce Meyer because she's a girl and, who knows, might speak closer to the girl's audience. But I don't know, Joyce Meyer, sure. And I promise you guys, I don't put too much crazy effort into the targeting. My #1 focus is my marketing and that's it. But Joyce Meyer, so 12 million, yeah, let's see what it comes out to. I'm not sure how that makes any sense. It says Joyce Meyer is 12 million here, but audience potential reaches 15 million. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing here as I did the previous one, is I'm going to narrow it down by God and see what happens. Okay, so it brings it down to 12 million people. Awesome. So that's it. I'm going to name this ad set Joyce Meyer, and that's that. My family is like really Christian, and there's this radio station. What's it called? Not iHeartRadio. K-Love. I think that's it. It's like Christian radio or something. I'm going to see if that's in here. K-Love. Oh, 4 million? All right, sweet. Let's see what it comes out to. 2 million people even. I like that. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave that. Why not? K-Love. I think that's a Christian radio. I'm actually just going to double check myself. So yeah, perfect. I believe that is a Christian radio station. So we'll just name that K-Love up here and be done. All right, so it looks like we've got a few more to do. So far, we've got like some pastors, some bands. And so let's just kind of do some more broad ones. I kind of want to go that route. So I'm going to click edit right here. I want to see if Bible study is one. I know that's like a big thing for like Christians. It's weird saying that, just like Christians. But Bible study. It's Bible study. Study Bible, daily Bible study. All these are like 200,000 as you can see over here. Oh, this top one, I don't know how I missed that. Bible study Christian. Okay. 8.1 million. That's probably a solid audience size. Okay, it comes down to 7.2 million. Yeah, I think that's solid. I'm just going to leave that exactly how it is and just name this Bible study. Like I say, no need to overthink things. Oh, I said Bible study. No need to overthink things. And so keep it very simple. Just get it close to the mark. And if your marketing is good enough, then it'll work really, really well. Okay, so it looks like we've got 3 more here that are God that we're not going to use. This is the one we published. So let's edit these really quickly. And one thing I want to try is actually narrowing down just like really broad keywords. So like God, might try Jesus if that's a thing. Jesus, nice. 380 mil, sure. So God, narrowed down by Jesus. Oh, so that's 40 million. I'll probably narrow it down again. Let's see what we want to do. What's a suggestion? Bible. It's a field of study. Nah. Let's do gospel music, sure. Narrow down by gospel music. Okay, 17 million people. Yeah, I think people who are interested in God, Jesus, and gospel music are going to be super targeted Christians. So sure, why not? Let's do that. And this one, I'm just going to cut like super flex. Super Saul. So 2 more here. Let's jump in. And I saw a suggestion off of the last one that we just did, and it was Jesus Daily. It's probably not in here now, but Jesus Daily. And I remember a long time ago, whenever I actually went to church, I actually did have that app. Like I said, I'm not really religious anymore, but a long time ago, whenever I was going, that was like a Bible verse app or something like that. But Jesus Daily. So 17 million people. I'm going to remove the engaged shoppers part. And let's see what it comes down to. Yeah, 3.3 million. Oh man, that's perfect. So I'm just going to name this Jesus Daily and go from there. I was just kind of sitting here for a minute and I was just kind of thinking of like things that people in my family have mentioned before, because my family are like super Christians, I swear. I don't know where I'm scrolling through right now. But one thing I thought of was like Lifeway. I couldn't know why. I think I might have seen that as a church or something like that. I honestly don't remember, but I looked it up just to make sure. And it's actually a publishing company, I think, for like books. So I'm going to type that in here. So let's see what's up. Lifeway Women. Oh, it's like 126,000. Lifeway Christian is 600,000. Let me see. Let me see if I stack some of these up, what happens. Oh, JK, Lifeway. Let me type that in again. Lifeway Women and Lifeway Christian Resources. What's that come down to? 500,000? Well, I did say I wanted to have it over 500,000, so sure, why not? That might be super targeted. I know we went super broad, like over 30 million on some of these, so why not try kind of a really targeted one? So I'm just going to call this Lifeway. And so perfect. We've got all 10 of these ad sets here, and keep in mind all of these have the 2 ads with the Faith and the 47K. And so I'm just going to select all these and publish them. Okay, so these just published. We have a few broad ones. We have a few bands. We have a few pastors or preachers, however. So yeah, I really want to see how this works out, just because I really didn't put much thought into this. As you guys saw, I just kind of threw things out there, and that's seriously how I do things. Of course, we're gonna have data a lot quicker because I'm doing $10 budgets, which, like I said, you guys can start with $3 or $5 budgets. It doesn't matter, whatever is in your price range. But I'm starting with 10 because I basically have an unlimited budget here. But yeah, this is how you guys should go in and target any products that you're marketing, whether it's religion or pets or beauty or however. Just don't overthink it. The thing you want to focus on is your ad copy. Too many times I see that people just like jot down ad copy really quickly and don't put too much thought into it, but they overthink their targeting. It should be the opposite of that. So if you've ever been in that situation, or you think that's where you are now, is you've always been overthinking the targeting or something like that, or your website, but not putting much thought into your ad copy, well, try that, try to flip the switch and change up a little bit, and you might see different results. And so one thing I'm going to do is every time you duplicate an ad set, it's actually going to show it to a different pocket of people within the ad set. And so since we have 2 ads, what I want to try is actually just duplicating all of these once. Like I said, my budget is basically unlimited. So it's basically like we're starting with 20 ad sets. So I'm just going to duplicate those really quickly and then launch them. And that's it. I mean, it's 10 p.m. And so these will probably get activated within the next few hours. And then they'll start running into tomorrow. So let me just click publish here. So over the next few days, I'm going to record every part of managing my ad sets, scaling my ad sets, and all of that. Like I said, I'm trying to reach 10K a day within 10 days. So you guys are going to see a lot of content. So this is all for tonight. I'm just going to let these ads run into tomorrow. And you guys will probably see me in the morning managing my ad sets, turning them off if they're crap, and scaling them if they're working, or killing the product. And however, I mean, we're going to go through this together. So anyways, guys, I'm going to let this run. I'll see you guys in the next module. All right, so check this out. It's midday on day 1 of the case study. It's basically 12 o'clock. So midday, and we're at 450 in sales. So we had a huge spike this morning. And so, yeah, definitely excited to see where this goes. The conversion rate's like 5%, average order value of 32. So everything's looking pretty good here. So let's go over to the Facebook ads. I want to manage a little bit and scale a little bit just to push it even further. So as we can see here, we've spent $51 and we've gotten a 450 return. Pretty cool. Over an 8 ROAS, 14 purchases. Cost per purchase is an average of $3. Average cost per click is 25 cents, which is really, really good. And CPM is over 6, so that's also solid. I look for a cost per click of under 50 cents and a CPM of under 10. So yeah, perfect. So if we go to the ad sets right here, I'm going to filter it down by ROAS, and these are doing really well, of course. And so I want to look at these really quickly. So what I'm looking for is if any of these, okay, so this one right here, if any of these have a cost per click of $1 or more, I'm just going to kill it, because otherwise it's just going to run all day and not be very profitable. I mean, it'll spend $10 and get 10 clicks, whereas another one will spend, like this one, with 15-cent cost per click. It spent $2 and it's already gotten over 10 clicks. So anyways, I will kill any ad set that has over $1 cost per click any time of day. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn that one off. Doesn't matter how much it spent. That one had only spent $2. I don't care. It really has to spend at least $2 for me to know. But the cost per click of that was over $1, so we just killed it. And of course, looks like we have another one here that's over $1, but ROAS is king, and so that's more important. So if the ROAS is high but the cost per click is high, well, I don't really care. And we see that the CPM is really high on this one, and it's really interesting because looking at Lifeway, I remember it's because it's a really small audience. So if we take a look here, yeah, the potential reach is 500,000, and that's why the CPM is so high, is because probably a lot of people are being targeted within that interest. So who knows? Anyways, we're going pretty solid today, and so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start breaking these down. And so let me see, I'm going to scale pretty fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these, shift click all of these that have a sale, then filter by selection. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the breakdown by delivery and then platform. And then I'm going to duplicate each one and just target the platform that got the sale. And so I'm going to do multiple at a time just so it's a lot quicker. So let's see, this one has a purchase on Instagram, so duplicate to Instagram. This one's 2 on Instagram. That one's Facebook, we'll do it later. Instagram. Let's see, this one is Facebook, this one is Instagram, so I'm going to do Instagram there. This one's Facebook. This one's Facebook. Facebook. Okay. So these that we selected here they have their sales on Instagram. So I'm just going to duplicate these and target Instagram only. So I'm going to click view and edit right here, just so instead of saying copy, I'm going to put Instagram, just so I'll know in the future, like if it's already broken down or what. And of course, I'm going to scroll down here, and the only thing I'm changing is I'm deselecting Facebook and just publishing that to Instagram only. Now what I'm going to do is break down by delivery platform again. And since some of these were on Facebook, I'm going to duplicate those as well. So this one has Instagram and Facebook, so I'll do Facebook as well. This one's Facebook. Let's see. This one has 1 on Facebook, sure. This one has 2 on Facebook. This one, no, this one is Facebook, this one is Facebook, and this one is Facebook. Okay, clear breakdown. And so all of these we're doing really well on Facebook. So I'm going to duplicate these and target Facebook only. I'm going to keep them at $10 budget because, like I say, I only change one thing at a time. So if I'm duplicating, I will typically either change the budget or the platform or the age range or something. I won't do them all at once. All right, so I just put Facebook at the end of all of these so we know. I'm going to save that, scroll down here, deselect Instagram, and then publish these bad boys. And another thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back and filter by selection by purchases again, filter by selection. And then I'm going to go here to the ad level, and I want to see which one is getting the purchases. So I'm going to click purchases here, and we see that, holy crap, literally almost all of them are the 47,000 one. So perfect. So for all of these that are running right now, it looks like there's only 3 of them that say faith. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn off all of these down here. And oh my gosh. So when I select these right here, it's actually pretty crazy because only one of them of 47K doesn't have a sale. So the ones here that say faith, it means that a 47K ad and a faith ad got a sale within the ad set. So I think that's pretty crazy. So considering this is doing so well, I'm actually not going to delete that one, even though it doesn't have a sale within the ad set yet. But all of these, I'm just going to go ahead and delete. Considering Facebook is already telling me it's favoring this one. And so for the ones that get a sale, I'm just going to go ahead and, kill it based off of that. So anyways, here we are. We just duplicated a few ad sets to target the platform only. We're staying at $10 budget for now. We've spent $50 and made over $450 back. And so here we are midday, 12 p.m. and we've got 30 ad sets day 1. So I'm going to check back in later this afternoon with you guys and scale into tomorrow and see where we go from there. So I'll see you guys soon. Okay, so here we are in Upwork.com, and this is where you want to hire all of your VAs. Of course, I don't have a order fulfillment VA anymore just because I fulfill my orders in bulk, or as I should say, I've got my agent manually installed into my store, so he does it himself. I don't really have to do anything. I basically just send him money, he fulfills the orders and updates tracking, so it's perfect. But I've already filled out a job description here for everything that you'll need. But yeah, so go ahead and go to Upwork.com whenever you're ready to do this, and this is exactly what you want to do. So you want to go create job. The name, of course, you just want to call it customer service or whatever you're looking for, and then put the job category there. And this is what we're doing is customer service for Blessed Faith. So we're just going to hit next right here. And then you always want a good description. I mean, you always want to put out requirements and responsibilities and basically what you're looking for, just to kind of set out expectations. And this is what I put. Like, we're looking for an expert customer service rep with experience working in e-com, experience using Zendesk, experience using customer service. And the reason I say Zendesk is because that's the app that we're going to use. I just downloaded it, and I'll show you guys the ins and outs of that in another video. But yeah, Zendesk is very powerful, and so that's what we're going to use, and so that's what we require, so we don't have to hold hands with somebody, right? Another one is has to be good on English, has to be able to issue refunds, like be able to resend products to customers when needed, being able to respond to all customer inquiries within 2 business days, communicate on Skype with me daily, display a high level of professionalism at all times. So yeah, that's perfect. I definitely suggest you guys cop that. I'll copy and paste a file if I can, so you guys can just paste that, and then we'll hit next. And then it's not a one-time project, it's an ongoing project, so you always want to click that. And then next, you want to kind of hit the skills that are most important here. I just put customer service, emails, customer support, chat support, and Zendesk. I'm going to throw English in there because that's super important as well. And then, yeah, that's perfect. I'm going to hit next. And then I'm going to do worldwide just because it's much, much cheaper worldwide. And then just hit next. Typically, Indonesia or Philippines is where it's the best at. But I'm going to allow only Upwork freelancers to see my job. And I'll need, I might need more than one, honestly. I'll probably just need 2. Okay. And then, yeah, I'm going to skip that right there. Qualifications. And then, okay. Pay by the hour, that's exactly what I like to do. And then we'll do entry. Well, no, we'll do intermediate. I always like intermediates at least. But typically you hand pick them, so it's totally fine. And then we want the job to last, we'll do more than 3 months. And then it'll probably be less than 30 hours a week each. So we'll just hit next there. So here it all is. And I've actually already posted this job days ago. And so like, this is what I'll do for all of my stores. I'll just like refresh it. And so I've got 34 people to walk through and check out and pick someone to do it with, right? And so what I like to look for is a lot of money earned and a high success job rate, right? This girl's earned 10K and 100% job rate. Perfect. But I kind of want to look for a little bit better. You don't want someone that's only earned 1,000 or something like that. Like this girl, for example, 20K earned, but only 83% job success. Not very good. This guy, $30,000 earned, 100,000 success. Holy cow, look at this. Look at this. 40K earned, $3 an hour, 100% job rate. This is who we want. This is who we want. Yeah, we're definitely going to use this girl right here. Yeah, I mean, this girl's description is great as it is. I mean, she's worked 25 jobs, 9,000 hours worked. This girl is a grinder. And so yeah, I'm gonna hire this freelancer. Okay, so I just hired that girl. Of course, the offer was sent, so she has to accept it. And I'm gonna say I plan to hire more freelancers for this job later, just so it remains open for the future in case one, she doesn't work out, or I need a second person or something like that. If she only wants to work like 10 hours a week, I'll probably need someone else to do it. As well as we start scaling over like 20, 30K a day. And then, yeah, that's that. She's going to work on the customer service, and then we'll work through that, and then we'll continue scaling smoothly. So that's that. That's how you want to do it on Upwork. That's the type of job you want to do. And the requirements and all of that, the description is very important, and you have to be picky. Literally the difference in picking someone like this who has a 100% success rate and 40K earned versus picking someone who's only earned 1,000 and 100% success rate or 70% success rate is huge. So you always want to pick quality over quantity, just like your products, just like your friends, just like your girls, quality over quantity. So anyways, guys, that's that. I will see you guys in the next module. Yo, what's up, guys? So the last video of the case study you watched, it was day 1 of the case study. It was February 6th of this date right here, so February 6th. And in the video, I was about 450, and this is where we ended the day at, was 540. But today is February 9th, and Facebook has been doing some weird stuff the past few days. And so I haven't recorded anything of it because I wanted to fix it and I wanted to get it all figured out. And then I was going to restart. And so this right here is 500 on day 1, but it definitely would have been 1,000 or more on day 1. Because as you can see here, traffic was spiking up and then it died here. And there was like 0 traffic throughout the rest of the day. And I was thinking maybe it's just a weird time for the product. Like maybe there's only going to be a lot of traffic coming to my store early in the mornings and things like that. But I noticed over the next few days that the same thing was happening. So February 7th, I didn't change anything in the ads. I just let them run. And then we did 300. And as you'll see here, it spiked up like very, very early in the morning and then died down. No traffic. I'm like, okay, like what's up with this? And then I looked at the February the 8th, and then the same thing happened. So a little spike of traffic and then it died down. And of course in my ad sets, I wasn't changing anything, but what was going on here was that my ad account was limited to a $50 ad spend. Like in my billing right here, you can set an account spending limit so that whenever it hits that spending limit, it'll stop spending. This was not there. That I didn't have it set. It was totally unlimited. But there was some sort of cap on the back end for Facebook. I guess since it was a brand new ad account, since I started a brand new ad account to do this case study, that they had it limited to 50. So as soon as my ad account hit $50 ad spend, it would stop spending. And so that's why I was just getting a little spike of traffic, getting some sales, and then it would just die down for the rest of the days because I would spend my $50 and that's it. And so basically I just reached out to Facebook and talked to them about it, and they kind of didn't even know what was going on themselves. And so this guy sent a ticket up to like his higher level staff, and they never got back to me. And so I'm just like, come on, like I need this. I need to be able to spend money on this new ad account. And so they never got back to me, but I just noticed that today I had a few more sales than usual, and I was thinking, okay, like what's up? Let me go check it out. So let me go to today. And so today I noticed that I got a few more sales than usual than I did on like a few days before. And so I was thinking, okay, well maybe my ad account limit has been, unlifted. And so I went into my ad account, and it's true. I've spent about $120 today or something like that. So that's awesome. I'm not sure if there's going to be another limit, like, okay, $200 limit or $300 limit, which is really weird. I've never in my life experienced something like this, even on a brand new ad account. So I think it's really weird, and there's really nothing that I changed in here. Like I really didn't do anything. The one thing I did do, is I can show you this, is that the other day whenever this was happening, I just duplicated the campaign because I wasn't sure if it was a campaign issue. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was happening. But it turned out it was just the ad spend. It was limited. So we do have a total of, 50 ad sets. And so I haven't really done anything. I haven't scaled anything vertically. I've just broken down a few ad sets horizontally, which you guys all saw that in the last video. But anyways, I just wanted to quickly recap you guys on what's been going on the past few days. So that's that. Let's jump into managing some ad sets and scaling them a little bit. Just to push as hard as we can. So let's do it. Of course, I've got all of my ad sets selected. And what I'm going to do, of course, is I'm going to filter by top ROAS down. And let's see, I'm going to scroll down until I see my break-even ROAS, which is a 1.9. And well, I don't see it, right? So I'm going to select the next ad set because it doesn't have a sale. And then I'm going to scroll to the very bottom, shift, click all of these. And these do not have a sale, and I'm going to filter by selection and manage them. So first things first, I'm going to filter by cost per click. If any of these have a cost per click of over 75 cents or so, I'm going to kill it, which they don't. Okay, so that's that. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to filter by amount spent. If any of these have spent over 7 without a sale, I'll kill it. That's another one that it hasn't. And so, yeah, I'm just going to continue to let these run because they do still have a good amount to spend and the cost per click is good. So these could potentially get a lot of sales. So I'm just going to let them run. So yeah, let's go back and scale a few ad sets. Okay, so these are doing really well. I'm actually going to filter by purchases and select all of them that have more than 2 purchases and then scale those just a little bit. So I'm going to filter by selection. Now I'm going to filter it by ROAS here. And this one right here, we've already broken down by platform and an age range. So this one I'm actually just going to, holy crap, it spent $2 and gotten 4 sales. That's beautiful. So this one I'm actually just going to duplicate to a higher budget. So I'm just going to duplicate it like 3 times at $20 budget to see what happens just because it's doing so well. All right, those are publishing right here. So let's go to the next one. I'm going to select all of these, unselect this one since we already broke that one down, and then filter by selection. And then Bible study is going to be the next one. All right, so now most of these don't look like they're broken down at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down by platform and then just duplicate them out and target the platform that got the sale. So this one has them on Instagram. And so like I say, I like to select multiple at a time just to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So this one has a lot of sales on Instagram, so I'm going to select that one. This one has most of the sales on Facebook, so I'm going to leave that one for Facebook. This one has a high ROAS on Instagram, so I'm going to select that. All the sales are on Instagram here. All the sales are on Instagram here. Let's see, all the sales are on Instagram here again. Facebook, Instagram here. And then the rest of them are Facebook. So I'm going to clear the breakdown, and all of these that we've selected here are doing the best on Instagram. So now I'm just going to duplicate these really quickly and just change it to Instagram only. Of course, I'm going to click view and edit in here and then put IG next to the names just so I know later on whenever I'm scaling what to break it down by. And then I'm going to scroll down here, deselect Facebook, and then it's Instagram only and publish. Okay, so now we just broke those down by Instagram. So now I'm going to do platform again and then select the ones that are doing best on Facebook and duplicate those. So this one's doing best on Facebook, and then Instagram. Most of these are doing well on Instagram, but some of these are doing better on Facebook. This one has a really high ROAS on Facebook, so we'll do that. We'll leave that one. Okay, this one's doing good on Facebook. This one's doing good on Facebook, and this one is doing good on Facebook. So clear breakdown. These are doing great on Facebook, so quickly duplicate these, and then we'll target Facebook only. All right, so those are being published right now. Okay, they just got done publishing, and so what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to do a CBO campaign, so a campaign budget optimization campaign. I personally don't use that to test, but I use it to scale. And what a CBO is, for those of you that don't know, is you optimize the budget on the campaign level. So instead of doing each ad set is like $5 a day, you actually put like $100 budget on a campaign. And if you have 10 ad sets in there, it's not going to spend it evenly. It's going to spend maybe $50 on one ad set, 10 on another, and then $1 on the rest of them, right? So the campaign optimizes the budget towards the ad sets that are doing the best. So that's what a CBO campaign is. And since all of these ad sets are actually doing really well here, I'm actually just going to duplicate all of these into a CBO campaign. So let's do that. So all you do is you select your best ad sets, like 10 to 20 good ad sets, and then go up here and click duplicate. And then of course right here you want to do new campaign, and we can just name it CBO number 1 and then duplicate. And then whenever this comes up, you don't do anything on the ad set level, you don't do anything on the ad level. You go right here and you click the CBO part, and then right here, budget optimization. So like it says here, distribute your budget across ad sets to get more results depending on your delivery optimization. So we'll turn that on, and it gives us a suggested budget right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put 200 just because I like round numbers. And so we'll just let that run. So I'm going to publish that, and that's it for the CBO. And all right, there's our CBO right. So that's that there. We didn't really have to manage ad sets because none of them were doing too bad. And then we just scaled multiple of them to push as far as we can on day 1. And so like I said, this is going to be the new day 1 considering there were issues in the past few days. And I honestly didn't even touch the ads for a few days just because that was happening. But I'll check back in with you guys in a few hours. For me, it's actually going to be a few seconds for you guys. But I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to scale some more and then scale it into tomorrow. So talk in a second. Okay, so I've not changed anything since a few seconds ago. Well, it'll be a few seconds for you guys, but it's 1:30 for me, so it's been about 2 or 3 hours. I don't remember exactly when I recorded last, but our conversion rate 6%, beautiful thing, average order value of 30, but we're at 2,500. Like, this product is doing superbly well. And like if we go back to the ads manager here, I mean the campaigns that we have set up are exactly the same as how they were a few seconds ago for you guys, except the one thing that changed as well, the CBO that we just made earlier has spent $15, gotten 9 sales, and now it's at 300 like return, like insanely. And so what I'm going to do really quickly, just because it's working so freaking well, I mean it's literally 1:30 and we're at 2,500 on day 1. And like I say, I'm going to consider this day 1 considering we had issues the past couple of days. And we didn't like really scale ad sets or do anything like that. So it's still the fair advantage of being day 1. So anyways, we're at 2,500. And so since it's doing so well, I'm going to push it really hard. Today is Saturday, so I'm going to push it even harder going into tomorrow and Monday. But for now, I'm just going to duplicate a lot of ad sets that are doing well and just keep pushing it. So first thing, the CBO campaign is doing great. I mean, it's got a 20 ROAS on the campaign level. So I'm actually just going to make another one just like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just select these again. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to filter my ad sets by the amount of purchases as usual. I'm going to select all the ones that have over 2 purchases. This one only has 1, and then filter by selection. Now I'm going to filter these by ROAS right here. And then I'm going to select the ones that have the highest ROAS, so over 10 ROAS. Okay, so these 17 right here have the best ROAS. So exactly what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate these and do another CBO campaign because it looks like CBO is going to do well with this product. So I'm going to turn that off and do new campaign. Of course, I'm going to call it CBO number 2, which by the way, some products work great with campaign budgets, some don't. So it's really just a matter of testing. You know, it's the same as life. You know, you double down, quadruple down on what works, and this is clearly working. So I'm not going to change anything on the ad sets. I am going to go to the CBO level though, and I'm going to turn on the budget optimization. And for this one, I'm just going to do 200 as well. So just 200 and then publish. And so yeah, that's uploading right now. So now I'm just going to select these 2 campaigns that aren't CBO, filter by selection, then go to the ad sets here, and I'm going to scale even further the ones that are working right now. And of course, filter by ROAS, and it looks like we just made these earlier and broke these down by Instagram, so I'm going to scale those even further. So honestly, when I'm lazy sometimes, I'll just select my best ad sets and straight up duplicate them. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to select all of my ad sets that have a sale or more. So I'm going to shift click here, filter by selection. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter it down by purchases. I'm going to select everything with 2 purchases or more. So now I'm going to filter by selection right here, and all 25 of these ad sets have over 2 purchases. So now I'm just going to straight up just Control D. I'm going to duplicate these. I'm not going to change anything just because they're all working really, really well. And that's that. I'm just going to duplicate and publish it, and that gives us 25 more ad sets potentially that are going to work. So it's an easy way to scale even further. And if we look down here, it's actually crazy now that I look at it. These have spent 200 and made 2,400 basically. 200, 2,400. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to push this product really, really hard because it's doing so dang well. I know we're striving for 10K a day in under 10 days, but there's no doubt we're going to hit that. Assuming we don't hit any issues with payment processors or just scaling too hard or Facebook ads doing anything crazy, then we could potentially hit 20K a day in under 10 days. So that's super exciting. So anyways, that's probably all I'm going to do for the scaling process now. later tonight, I'm actually going to, since this is doing so well, I'm going to duplicate some of my best ad sets and I'm going to change the creative. I'm actually going to send people to a different product just to see if it works exactly the same. So we can use the same audiences, just target with a different like t-shirt or a different sweater or however. So anyways, that's published right now. So of course right here, I'm going to refresh the screen so you guys can see where we are on this. So it looks like we're at load. 2,600 right now. So of course it's 1:30 p.m. for me. I'll see you guys later this afternoon, probably later tonight, and we're going to scale even more. So it's actually going to be a few seconds for you guys. So I'll see you in the blink of an eye. I'm just going to refresh my screen right here. I've got my Stripe pulled up and I've got my Shopify backend pulled up. 7,000 today so far. And then of course I'll show you the Stripe as well. 70, 90. And what, I mean, yesterday was 150 because we had the $50 ads manager, like budget limit, whatever. We just got to sell, so it went up. We had a limit, so we couldn't spend anything. But today we're spending a lot more because it's allowing us to. And so we're getting 7,000. This is insane. And I want to show you that the craziest part right here is if we go to our campaigns and look at today, I've only spent $586, right? But this is real though, because look, we're at 7,120, right, on Stripe. And right here, well, I'll have to refresh it because it doesn't refresh like Stripe does. So let me just refresh it just so you guys know what's up. 7,120, 7,120. And then here, we've spent $586, right? And here we have a 10 ROAS, and right here Facebook says it's only caught 6,300, but that's just a thing that Facebook does. I promise you, but that's just insane. Like, yeah, I've made 7,000, 10,000, so on, like days. It's easy, it's simple. I've done it over and over and over again, but never in my life have I seen something, one, scale this quickly, or two, scale this profitably. Typically, whenever I'm at 7 or 10K or 15K a day, it's only like a 3 ROAS, and this is a 10 ROAS. Of course, our conversion rate is 7.5%. So like tomorrow or the next day, literally the conversion rate could drop in half, and that could change the numbers completely. Like the fact that it's a 7%, that's great, by the way. Facebook can send us lower quality traffic, which happens all the time. And then it could be like a 3 or 4%, and then it would literally be half of these results, right? But yeah, 7% conversion rate, 7,000 right now, and we've spent 600. That's just crazy. Oh God. And so I want to just check this out. I want to calculate calculator. That's how you spell it. I want to calculate profits really quickly. So I get this product for $9.08 on AliExpress. It shows us $13.99. But I'll have to figure out a way to show you my supplier, what he quotes me later. But he charges $9.80 for this. So how I'll calculate this is, check this out. So we have, so we don't look at the sessions converted. We want to look at units sold. So 229 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So 229 plus 6 is 235. And so let's do this. $7,100 divided by 235. So that means per order, it's $30.20. Yeah, $30.20. And so how much it costs for each one is 9.8, right? So we will subtract this by 9.8. So our profit per sale, like before ad cost, but after product cost, is 20.4. So now we're going to multiply this by how many units we've sold, which is 235. So our profit out of this is 4,700 minus ad spend. We have to subtract ad spend, which is 500. And we'll just say 600. So minus 600 in ad spend today. This is our profit, like for today. It's like $4,000. But anyways, that's that. Now I'm going to jump into managing a few more ad sets and scaling a few of them, just because it's 6 p.m. here at 6:20 p.m. and I want to push it as hard as possible. I actually think it might be possible to hit 10K today, and that's why I'm kind of scaling so aggressively right now, because it's doing well. So if it's working, I'm going to keep pushing it. And of course, I've got the budget to do it. And so the goal, of course, was 0 to 10K a day in 10 days. But considering it's doing this, I'm setting a new goal right here, like right now. I want to do 0 to 100K in 10 days. So yeah, let's do it. All right, so these CBO campaigns are doing phenomenally, honestly. So I'm gonna do even more of these right here. So really quickly, I'm actually gonna select both of these CBOs. I'm going to the ad sets. I'm gonna filter by ROAS, and I want to look at the ones that have the sales and they're doing really well. So it looks like Bible studies freaking doing great. This one has 3 sales. This one has 3 sales. I don't want to select the 100 in ROAS. Jesus, has 104 ROAS. What the fuck? This is insane. I'm actually want to select the ones with all the purchases over more than, what am I saying? I want to select the ones with more than 2 purchases, just because 1 purchase isn't really enough data for me to say that it's doing really, really well. But I will select this one because that's insane. Like that's 104 ROAS. Why not? Let's see. Yeah, I'll just do those right there. So now I'm gonna duplicate these into a new CBO campaign, just because CBO is doing so darn well. So I'm actually gonna just click duplicate right here. I'm gonna do 2 copies of each ad set just to see what happens to a new campaign. Of course, I'm gonna name it CBO number 3 and then duplicate. Of course, I'm gonna click right here to CBO and then change the campaign budget right here. And 360, I'm actually just gonna do it at 200 because that's working really well for me right now. So I'm just gonna click publish there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into these campaigns right here. I'm gonna filter by selection because these are not CBO. And I'm just gonna go into the ad sets here. And I haven't actually duplicated to find similar interests. So I'm actually gonna do that right now. Let's see, so I'm gonna select the ones with a high ROAS and the most sales. So I'm just gonna scroll down and select all the ones with sales, filter by selection. And then I want to select the ones with the most purchases. And then let's see. Actually, how I want to do this is I'm going to select one of each. So I'm sure a lot of these are the similar names. Like, yeah, there's like 7 Bible studies here. So I'm just going to select one of each name of single interest. Because if I duplicated 4 Bible studies, well, I would find very, very similar results. And I don't particularly want that. So I'm just going to select each one of each singular interest. So Joel Osteen, let's see, Joyce Meyer, K-Love, Lifeway, Mercy Me, and Superflex. So these are all doing really well. So I'm actually just gonna click all of these and then Control D to duplicate. And then on each one of these ad sets, I'm not gonna change anything besides the interest. So I'm just gonna go through each singular one and find a suggested interest and then just do that right there. So let me go to, let me click this off and then I'm going to filter by selection. Okay, there we go. So yeah, these right here, I'm gonna just click edit really quick. Actually, no, I wanna do them one at a time. So I'm just gonna click these one at a time and then go to a similar suggested interest. So just scroll down here. This one is Mercy Me, so I'm just gonna click suggested. And I have no idea. I don't think Toby Mac would work. I think that's more of a country singer. Ooh, gospel music. That's a very broad one, so I'm just gonna throw that in there. How big is that gonna be? It's probably gonna be massive. 32 million. I'm gonna narrow down gospel music by like God, just so it'll show really, really passionate Christians. So I'm just gonna do God. Let's see what happens. 32 million down to 20 million. No, that's perfect. So I'll just do gospel music here. Gospel music. Perfect. Not gonna change anything else. Now I'm gonna select this next box over here to go to the next one. This is God. We straight did God, narrowed down by engaged shoppers. That is freaking beautiful. Let's do heavy metal music. Yeah. Nah, let's do Hillsong United. I have no idea what that is. And it's a small audience, so I'm going to delete engaged shoppers and let's see what it comes down to. 8.7 million. Perfect. So I'm just going to put Hillsong. And keep in mind, I don't know what these things are. I'm just doing it because it sounds Christian. But anyways, Joyce Meyer. Let's break this down. Chris Tomlin. I don't know who that is. Who is Chris Tomlin? Let's find out. Chris Tomlin. He's an American. Oh, okay, so he is a Christian artist. So I'll do Chris Tomlin, and let's see what that comes down to. 1 million people. Let's take out God right here. Let's see what happens there. 1.2 million. Yeah, we'll leave that. Chris Tomlin. Perfect. Now we'll go to the next one over here. Click that. And then this one is K-Love. So let's find suggestions off of that. Okay. I don't know like any of these are. Need to breathe. Oh, whoops. Okay, so I've seen Toby Mac so many times. I'm just going to do Toby Mac. But I want to look him up really quickly just to see what he is. Toby Mac. Better know him as the... Oh, he is a Christian artist. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I thought he was a country singer. Very well. So Toby Mac, yeah, we'll do that one. Toby Mac. Oh, Maca. We'll go to the next one down here. Oh, not that one, this one right here. Boom. And then let's see. Let's click suggestions off of Joel Olstein. Jeremy Camp. It's not very big. What is Mandisa? Mandisa. Oh, it's okay. What's Jeremy Camp? Let's do Jeremy Camp. So another American contemporary Christian artist. So I'm actually just going to pair a few of these Christian artists in here. So I'm going to do Jeremy Camp and then Mandisa. Oh snap! Just got a $120 order. Sweet. So I'm going to remove God right here just because these are already small audiences. So 1.5 million. So I'm just going to do Mandisa. I'm just going to call it Mandisa. I'm going to the next ad set over here. And then this is Jesus Daily. So let's click suggestions and see what happens. Tori Kelly. No, it's not very big. Kirk Franklin, Joyce Meyer. I don't know most of these. They're probably... I'm just going to click Carrie Job and see what happens. Carrie Job. Yeah, Christian music singer. Yeah, I mean, all of these suggestions that after I've looked them up, they've been like Christian artists and things like that. So I'm just going to trust Facebook going forward that I don't need to like look these up. So I'm just going to assume like Tori Kelly and Third Day and For King and Country are all artists or very similar, what should I say, very similar Christian related type of people, if that makes sense. I don't even know how to say that. But anyways, like all of these, I'm just going to select these. I'm not going to take the time to look them up because every time I've looked someone up, it's been a Christian artist or some sort. So I'm just going to stack that up. It's 2.2 million people. So I'm just going to say Christian artist stack. Perfect. Now I'm going to scroll down here, go to the next one. Okay, we're almost done here. Let's do Bible study. Bible study Christian. What the heck is Mary Mary? Mary Mary, sure. Let's do Sadie Robertson. Focus on the family. Let's just do Mary Mary. I have no freaking clue what that is. Mary Mary. Lecrae. I know he's an artist. Okay, so that's 630,000 people. So I'm just gonna throw in a few more of these that we haven't done. I haven't done Need to Breathe. Let's see. We haven't done Michael W. Smith. Let's do Sadie Robertson. And let's see what this comes down to. 2.1 million, perfect. I'm just going to do artist stack again. Oh, artiste stack. Oh my gosh, look at this, artist stack, perfect. Okay, now go to this one right down here. Let's see. My phone is blowing up with these sales. I should just turn the sound on. I'm just going to turn the sound on so you guys can hear that. Okay, so Casting Crowns. Steven, I've seen this multiple times, so I'm just going to throw that in there. Stephen Curtis Chapman. Cool. Let's do Lecrae. Let's do no, Lindsay Sterling is not particularly. Let's do Beth Moore. Sure. Charisma Magazine. What is Charisma Magazine? Charisma Magazine. Is that a Christian magazine? It is a Christian magazine. Yo. Oh wow, this audience size. Why does that say 15 million? I'm gonna delete Lecrae and see what happens. Okay, 1 million. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, there was a magazine in there. Oh, it was Charisma Magazine. I'm going to do that in the next one. But anyways, this one I'm going to do Beth Moore. And I don't plan on doing any cuts on this just because I want you guys to see the entire process of like my thought process around it. And like that's why I'm like talking, just saying what I'm thinking, just so you guys can kind of get an insight as to what's going on. A lot of you might not even like be listening to this because you probably just skipped it because you're bored or something, which is cool. Whatever. But this is part of the process. So anyways, let's do, oh yeah, let's do the Charisma Magazine. Charisma Magazine. Charisma Magazine. Okay, I want to see if it gives me other suggested Christian magazines. Relevant Magazine. Yeah, let's throw that in there. Let's find other, okay, let's go over here and see if there's any other. Christianity Today. Yes, Christianity Today. Oh, did I spell that right? Oh, 1.2 million. Heck yeah. Okay, it's not suggesting me any other ones, so I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to click more. 10 charisma magazines. How about I just search up Christian magazine? Oh, wow. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, the Christian Century. The Christian Century. Oh, Century. Wow. That's 14,000 people? Sure. It's not giving me any relevant suggestions right now. So that's 1.2 million. So I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to say Christian, move this mouse, magazines. And then last one right here. Let's see what we do. Let's do Touchstone and actually, oh, excuse me. Let's do Mint. Oh, wow. This is a super flex right here. God, Jesus, and Superflex. Let's delete that one. Let's delete that one. How about we just do Jesus, which is 72 million, narrowed down by, let's do, just type in like Christian. Christian music, sure. Christian music narrowed down by Jesus, 37 million. Let's go with that. Jesus Flex. Okay, yeah, I mean, I just wanted to test and see if a really broad one works like that. So anyways, here are the ones we just duplicated, and they're all new ones. So I'm just going to select all of them right here and hit review and publish, and then publish these right here. Okay, there we go. These just published, and I just chewed up some ice, so forgive me. Okay, so I'm going to look at lifetime view now. I'm going to deselect these ad sets. So I'm going to make sure to filter by ad set delivery, active, or in review, just because I don't looking at any of the turned off ad sets. So yeah, let's do this really quickly. Let's select these right here, and I want to manage a few ad sets. So how I always do that, of course, is I like to select all of the ones that have not gotten a sale. So I'm just going to scroll down here, shift click, filter by selection, and then I'm going to filter by amount spent and fix anything that's spent over $10 without a sale. So nothing is spent more than $10. Now I'm going to do cost per unique link click and kill anything that's over like 70 or 80 cents. And so these two right here are not doing well, and they're copies. They say copy, so I'm just going to turn those off right away. Okay, now let's do, yeah, I mean, that's it actually. So yeah, that's all we need to do there. So actually that's all we're going to do to manage them. And so I want to do a little bit more to scale them because, you know, I really kind of want to hit 10K today just because it's doing so well. So I'm going to kind of push it as hard as I can. And hopefully it doesn't die out later into the afternoon, because sometimes products will do great in the mornings while you're asleep, or they'll do great in the afternoon, or they'll just perform all day. Like, you really never know. So yeah, I'm just going to select all of these here. Select all the ones that have sales, which are a lot of them actually. Filter by selection. And then one thing I'm going to look for here is things that I've broken down but have more have more breaking down to be done. So I'm just going to do ad set name right here, since all of these have sales, and I'm going to look for these that haven't broken down all the way. So it looks like Bible study, I've only broken it down by Instagram, but I haven't broken it down by an age range. So I'm just going to select one of these and break it down by age range in a minute. And then casting crowns, looks like I've done it down by Instagram, but not an age range. So I'm going to click casting crowns. I'm going to select two of them just to see. Okay, and so God, it looks like we haven't broken down whatsoever. So that's awesome. I'm going to select God to break down. Jesus Daily, we haven't even broken down. Insane. We're about to take it to the moon. Joel Olstein, looks like we've broken down really far. So I'm just going to leave that. Joyce Meyer, looks like we've broken it down by Facebook. So I'm just going to select that one. Might break it down by an age range. K-Love, we have not broken down. Lifeway, we've broken down by Facebook and Instagram, but not a lot of sales data here, so I'm just going to leave that. Mercy Me, we have not broken down. Perfect. The Superflex, looks like we have not broken down either. So filter by selection now, and these we're going to break down even further. So I'm just going to click breakdown by delivery platform really quickly and duplicate the ones that we have not broken down by platform out. Casting Crowns is doing insanely well on both, so I'm just going to do it for both. So I'm going to do Casting Crowns on Facebook. This one is not doing well on, actually, let me filter by ROAS. It makes it a lot easier. Okay, so this one's on Instagram. Of course, I'm going to, let's do Instagram first. So K-Love is all on Instagram, so I'm going to select that one. Casting Crowns I'm going to do for Instagram and Facebook, so we'll select that one. Superflex is Instagram. Jesus Daily is both of them. Joyce Meyer's Facebook. This one, Mercy Me, is both of them. and then God is Instagram. So I'm going to clear by the breakdown. Then I'm going to duplicate these out, and these are going to be to Instagram only. Okay, so I'm going to click view and edit right here, and in the name, I'm just going to put IG, of course, IG, and then most of this I'm actually not going to cut just because I want you guys to see most of the entire process. So I'm changing the names to IG. I'm going to scroll down here, deselect Facebook, and boom, we are IG only. Of course, I'm going to, actually, no, I don't. Here, I'm just going to click breakdown by platform again and do the Facebook this time. So this one we're going to do Facebook. This one was Instagram. This one was doing well on both, so I'm going to do Facebook there. That one's Facebook already. This one's doing Facebook good. This one's Instagram, and this one's Instagram as well. So yeah, not many of them are doing crazy good on Facebook, mostly Instagram. So these three I'm going to duplicate out and do Facebook as well. Okay, view and edit right here. Let's do Facebook, Facebook, Facebook. Scroll down here to the bottom and deselect Instagram and publish that. And then of course, these right here that are already broken down by like Instagram or Facebook, I'm going to select those and then break those down by an age range. So I'm going to do filter by selection and then break these down by age. And let's see what it comes up with. This one's 18 to 34. This one looks like it's 25 to 34 and 45 to 54. And this one is 18 to 24. Okay, so I'm just going to do them. I'm just going to do these two at 18 to 24 since they're both 18 to 24. So yeah, let's do that. Wait for it to duplicate. And then up here in the name, I'm just going to put 18 to 24. And again, deselect 18 to 24 and save to draft. Go to the age range right down here, 18 to 24 and publish. And then this one right here, we're going to break down by age range as well. So break down by age range. And then this looks like it's two separate ones. It looks like they're both doing good. I'm just going to do 25 to 54 to see what happens, just because I don't have to break it down twice. So 25 to 54. Okay, and so really quickly now what I'm going to do is, I've never really done this before, but I just kind of want to see how it works out. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to scroll down and find the ad sets that we just made, they all have these blank spots right here, because these are all based on good data that we just made, right? And so I'm going to select these right here that have not gained any data. Actually, I don't want to select here. I'll do the. Okay, so I'm going to select all of these that don't have any data yet, filter by selection, and then half of these are the new interests. Like some of these are the new interests, but I don't want those. I want the ones that we just broke down because it's already based on good data. So I'm going to select these that we've broken down. Yeah, it looks like we just broke down these right here. Yeah, to Instagram, Facebook, Facebook, and then an age range. So these are all based on very, very good data. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to select these. They're in their own campaign now, but I'm also going to duplicate them to a CBO campaign just because CBO is doing so well, and everything here is doing so well. So I'm just going to scale it just as hard. So I'm going to do CBO number 4, I think is what we're on. So just click duplicate. Okay, and then here, of course, I'm going to, click CBO and then turn it on, the campaign budget on, and then 200, just because 200 is bombing great right now. Bombing is probably not the right word for that, but I'm just going to click publish and let it be just like that. All right, so that CBO is loading up right now and everything here is still performing really, really well. Honestly, I'm nervous. I'm honestly nervous. I really don't want the conversion rate to drop at all, which, will typically happen whenever you drive more foreign traffic. And what I mean by foreign is new interest and new traffic that Facebook hasn't optimized within the audience yet. Which will typically lower the conversion rate, but we'll see, honestly. I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But like literally tomorrow, I could drive the same amount of traffic and get half the amount of sales because the conversion rate decreases, And so little things like that mess with your mental, which by the way, it's going to happen. I want to say don't let it mess with your emotional state, but it will happen. Like even myself, I'll see it and I'll be like, oh man, oh well, it's just a part of the process, but it's like, oh man. So anyways, I'm kind of nervous. I mean, I don't really care because I've got money. This isn't like my number one thing at all. But I just really want to see how far we can push this and how quickly, because Like if we hit 10K today, that's going to be insane. And it's also going to be awesome because I'm doing this for the case study. So I'm just excited for you guys to learn off of this. But anyways, that CBO just published, and let me think. Yeah, I mean, we've just done a lot in here. So I'm just going to leave it for the next few hours. And I might see, yeah, I'll see you guys again around 10 or 11 p.m. And what I'm going to do later tonight is I'm actually going to start doing lookalike audiences just because it's doing so well today. Like looks like we've got like basically 4,000 clicks right here. So we could make a view content lookalike and just dive right into there, because since I'm doing the 0 to 100K in 10 days now, I just want to see how hard we can push it and how quickly we can do that. And tomorrow is Sunday. And so I'm just going to push it as hard as possible. So I'm going to jump into lookalikes later, which is going to be a few seconds for you, but it's going to be a few hours for myself. I'm going to jump into lookalikes, and I'm probably going to duplicate some of my best ad sets and, run it to a different product, because I've seen that multiple people are buying multiple products around the store. And so literally all I would have to do is I can leave the ad copy the same, but I will change it to a different product, right? I could also market a specific collection so that instead of linking people to the specific product, they just go right to the collection, right? So yeah, that's a few things that I'm thinking I'm going to do later on tonight, just because I want to push it as hard as possible. But anyways, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. So, and just to let you guys look, I'm pretty sure at the beginning of this, we were at like, what was it? Like what was it? It was like 7,100. But I want to show you guys where we're at right now, which it's only been a few minutes of recording, but yeah, so basically 7.6K. So just a few $100s in however long I've been recording. Looks like 30 minutes or so. But yeah, anyway, can y'all hear that? It's just going off over here. So anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys in a few hours. And for you, it's going to be a few seconds. So I'll see you in a second. All right, so boom, here we are. We ended the day with 14K, which, I mean, if we look here, if we look at yesterday here in the Facebook ads, the average ROAS was 11.6. 11.6. We spent $1,000, basically $1,100 and made 14K. Holy shit. And the profits, by the way, are 57%. So after ad spend, after cost of goods, after payment processor fees, it's about $8,000 off of this. Insane. So pretty cool. Conversion rate, of course, solid 7.5%. Literally, I mean, tomorrow could be the same traffic, like 6,000 visitors and half the conversion rate. And so, I mean, yeah, it could be shit. You never know. That's part of the process. But anyways, tomorrow I'm going to shoot for 20K. So we're going to see about that. So let's jump into the ads really quickly. I want to scale some. And of course, I'm going to jump into lookalikes. So let's do that. Let's go all in. And so honestly, just looking at the CBOs right here, these three are doing great. Well, I mean, this one is doing really good as well. But these three are really standing out because their ROAS is like 12, 14, 18. So these right here, I'm actually just going to straight up duplicate. That's going to increase our daily budget by 600. So that's going to be a sick way to scale right there. And, fuck it. Why not? We'll just do all four of them. Why not? So let's just Control D. Let's duplicate these 4 campaigns. I'm going to click View and Edit on the names right here. And I just want to remove the copy part. And of course, for each one, I'll do like one, how do I want to do this? 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not going to change anything just because they're performing really well. So I'm just going to click Publish and go from there. Now we're going to have 8 CBO campaigns, which is awesome. I don't like to edit the CBO while it's running, so I don't want to increase the budget or anything like that. I treat the campaign just like I would an ad set that's working. If it's working well, I will duplicate it and then change something, like duplicate and increase the budget or however. But I won't manage the ads or the campaign while it's performing, if that makes sense. My words are kind of jumbling together because I'm freaking tired right now. But anyways, yeah, we're about to have 8 total CBOs. So that is going to be scaling right there. So now I'm going to select, oh my goodness, that's crazy. And of course, I mean, just by looking at the chart from yesterday, our audience is mostly from United States. And so most people are asleep early in the mornings right here. So I'm totally sure, and you can see our traffic scaled up, our sales scaled up with the traffic. And so I'm sure whenever we wake up tomorrow, we're not going to be, at anywhere crazy. And so for the most part, our sales are going to come midday to the afternoons, as we can see here. And it's going to be a Sunday as well, which is going to be perfect for this product. So let's just select these 2 campaigns right here because these are our single interests. So we're just going to filter by selection here and then go to our ad sets. Then first I want to manage them, of course. So I'm going to filter by ROAS down. I'm going to scroll down until I find my break-even ROAS, which is like a 1.7. And none of these are actually below that. So, I want to make sure to do lifetime right here. And I always manage after the past 3 days, but these really haven't even been running that long. So I'm going to select, okay, so yeah, our break-even ROAS is above or below this. So I'm just going to select everything below here, which is pretty cool because out of 105 ad sets right here, only 22 of them are not performing. So let's filter by selection and manage these bad boys. First, I'm going to do cost per click, and anything over like 75 cents I'm going to kill. So clearly the cost per click is great. Now I'm going to do amount spent, and anything that's spent over like $7 or $8 I'm going to kill, which these also are doing good. Like, so yeah, these are probably going to perform well going into tomorrow. And so, yeah, I mean, we don't have to manage any ad sets then. All of these are doing well. So actually, let's just scale some more and let's kill it. So filter by the best ROAS, of course. So I'm going to filter by the best ROAS, of course. And it looks like Joel Osteen, I duplicated it to $20 and it's doing really well, like at a 30 ROAS. So that's insane. So that tells me that this one is working well at, even higher budget, which this is actually, by the way, okay, it looks like I have a few $20 ad sets. Meant to turn that off. But I thought I had literally only like one $20 ad set. But actually, now that I look at it, all of my $20 ad sets, wow. I remember duplicating this just the other day and all of these worked. That's actually a beautiful thing right there. So yeah, I'm going to duplicate these to higher budgets. So that's what I'm looking for now. I'm going to look for a few ad sets that I want to duplicate to higher budgets. So gosh, come on, ROAS. So I'm going to do those two that I had selected there. I'm going to do this one to a higher budget, and I'm going to look for some of these that have just a really high amount of sales and a really high ROAS as well. So these three are looking great. I already did Joel Osteen. I know Bible study is doing phenomenally. So I'm going to do Bible study to a higher budget as well. Let's see. Superflex. I know it's a super broad audience, so I'm going to throw that one in there as well. So let's do that. Casting crowns. I see that one a lot. Do I want to do that one? Nah, I won't do that one. Let's see. These are still all Joel Osteen, however you say that. Superflex again. Let's do Hillsong United. And did I do God yet? I did not do God. Okay, I'm going to do God. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate all of these to extremely high budgets. I say extremely high, but really I'm just going to do them to like $20 and $50 budgets. Okay, so yeah, really quickly, I'm just going to duplicate these. I'm going to duplicate twice, and I'm going to do them at $20 budget to see what happens. So 2 copies of each ad set. I'm just going to change the budget to $20. Then, of course, going into tomorrow, well, we'll see what happens. So I'm going to change, of course, the budget right here to 20 right there, and then publish. And I'll just let those publish really quickly. And honestly, all of these are performing so damn well. Like overall, I don't really need to pick and choose each one of them. So I'm actually going to select all of these and duplicate these as well twice to $50 budget just to see what happens as well. Of course, scroll down here. I'm just going to change the budget to $50, and that is all I'm going to change right there. So I'm going to let those publish really quickly. Okay, so now what I want to do is it looks like we've got basically 5,000 visits from United States just yesterday. So I'm actually going to do a video view. What am I talking about? A view content for United States and do a lookalike off of there because I think that could perform very powerfully. And considering we're going after the 100K in 10 days, I really want to shoot for 20K tomorrow. So let's just jump right into creating lookalikes tonight. So let's go into Ads Manager here and let's go to audiences really quickly. Oh, actually, now I think about it, I already pulled that up right here. Same ad account and clearly haven't made any lookalikes in the past. So I'm going to create a custom audience. You always want to start by creating a custom audience first. And here we're going to do website traffic, of course. And then let's see. Yeah, this is our only pixel right here for this ad account, which is the faith pixel. And so we're going to do in the past 30 days, of course. And yeah, we'll do past 30 days. And in this case, we'll just do all website visitors, honestly, just because it's a niche type of one product store. So we don't need to specify it by a specific product URL. So I'm just going to do all website visitors, and I'm going to name this audience WV for website visitors 30 days, and then create audience. And you don't need to wait on it to populate. I know it says below 1,000, whatever, but it's ready. Like you don't have to wait on it to populate to create your audiences. So I'm just going to jump right into creating my audience. I'm going to do lookalike audience, and then I'm going to go here, type in WV, and it'll pull it up, WV 30 days. I'm going to select that one right there. And since like we saw over here, United States was performing the best in terms of ROAS and the amount of visitors we're getting. So that's what we're going to create our lookalike off of, is United States. So United States right here, perfect. And then each one we're going to segment it, of course. So we're going to click advanced options, click 6 here, and then 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and 5 to 6, and then create audience. And then the next one, we'll do the rest of these. So create audience. Okay, so I'm going to click create audience, lookalike audience again. And of course, I'm going to enter in the same information, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so I meant to show that, but I hit publish before I could. But I did the same exact thing. I just did the 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, and 9 to 10. So here we have 10 ad sets here, 10 lookalikes for website visitors in the past 30 days from the United States. So now I'm just going to throw these into a campaign and just, throw these in for tomorrow and then see how they do. So first, go back to your ads manager here, and we're actually going to select in the campaign that we want to run them in. And we'll just do I want to make a separate campaign for my lookalikes or not? I don't typically, but this time I will. So I'm actually just going to create a new, so I'm just going to throw them in this campaign down here just because I like to have all my ad sets together. So I'm just going to throw them in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to select one of these that I haven't messed with yet. So it's 10. Okay, so I'm going to select this one. It doesn't matter. And I'm just going to duplicate this one really quickly, and you guys will see what I'm going to do here in a second. So I'm just going to click duplicate because everything is already set up, like the purchase conversion, the budget, like everything is already set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the interests right here, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in the custom audience right here. So when I click right here, it's going to show up all of our lookalikes that we just made. So we're going to start right here, do lookalike 1%, and that's that. So I'm just going to do a quick scroll through here, make sure everything is solid. $10 a day, 1% lookalike. I'm going to do this really quickly. I'm going to type in worldwide. There we go. And so now I'm going to hit exit on worldwide now that it selected all of those. Select exit off of that. So now it's just the lookalike audience. I'm going to do, of course, women, broad age range because the lookalike already has data within it. Facebook feed, Instagram feed, and then 7-day click, 1-day view. So it says 1,000 people right now. I'm not sure why. It's just a little bug, I'm sure. So everything in here is solid just to make sure. Lookalike 1%, $10. Everything's straightforward. So right here in the name, I'm going to do 1% US and then website visitors. Actually, no, I'll do 1% WV-US. Perfect. And so I'm going to publish that. And then I'm going to go back over here and do filter and filter by selection. So now the one we've got selected is, our lookalike. And so the reason I did that is just to make it a lot more efficient. So now I'm going to click duplicate on this one, and then I'm going to do 9 copies right, where'd it go? Right here, 9 copies right here. And this right here, it says, we estimate your ad set copy may get 0 purchases. Before publishing, consider editing the audience, bid strategy, or blah, 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 blah. Don't listen to this. Facebook is just going to scare you, so don't even worry about that. So, of course, duplicate it 9 times and click duplicate. And so here we are with an entire freaking list. And so we're going to go through every single one of these and just click edit on here. And we're going to change it to the next lookalike. So this one, we're going to just name it 2%. And then down here, instead of the 1%, we're going to throw in the 2%. So let's do 1 to 2 right here. And then we'll click the next one right over here. Click right below the checkbox. And then this one, we'll rename it to 3%. And then the lookalike right here, we will do 2 to 3%. 2 to 3%. And next right here, this one is going to be 3 to 4%. Scroll, let's see, where's 3 to 4? Oh, there it is, 3 to 4%. And then we're going to change the name to the, 4%, I think? Here. Yeah, the 4%. We're going to change the name to 4%. So, gosh, slowing down. 4%, and then, of course, right below the checkbox, this one we're going to name it 5%. The next one's going to be 6% and 7% and blah, 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 blah. And so on this one, we're going to do 4 to 5%. And I'm not going to do the rest of these just because, you guys don't need to see it all. So I'm going to do each one. This one's going to be named 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And each one is going to be 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10 in the ad set. So I'm going to edit these really quickly, and I'll catch up with you guys in a second. Okay, so here we are. We've got all of these made. So I'm just going to shift click to select all of them and then review and then publish, of course. So here we go. These are loaded up perfectly fine. We just did 10 lookalikes. And so we're going to let these run into tomorrow. And if these start getting sales really well, then of course, I'll show you guys exactly what to do. You want to scale them exactly the same way you would any other ad set. So I'll show you guys how to horizontally scale them, vertically scale them. And tomorrow, of course, our goal is going to be 20K. Assuming our conversion rate is steady like it was today and we push just as much traffic, then we can definitely make it happen. So definitely excited to show you guys the whole process of that. Definitely an insane process. So let's keep killing it. Now we'll see you guys tomorrow in the managing process and the scaling process. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a few seconds for you and multiple hours for me. So see you guys in the next module.